Cracking one open. Pouring it out for all of the devs who have lost their jobs and all the games shutting down. So, we knew it was coming eventually. Yeah, it really has been. Because on top of that, Capcom Vancouver got closed down too.
Oh no, I didn't even hear about that one.
Oh, that happened right before Telltale. So, yeah, we are looking at. First, it was Carbine who made this. Then it was Capcom Vancouver, or Capcom Montreal, or Vancouver. I can't remember. It's one of the Canadian cities. It was the only American or the only North American Capcom studio. And then Telltale, and Telltale's getting fucking sued, which good.
Good.
But yeah, so Wildstar's shutting down, as it says, on November 28th. This makes me sad, although I can't be too sad because I haven't played it in a long time. But I like this game a lot. Enough to where I beat the story and everything in it, and it was a good story. And there are episodes of an LP recorded that will never see the light of day.
Which is a little sad, but
because I will never be able to actually finish the story in this game in the month and a half that I have.
Also, this is my first significant look at this game. I mean, you showed it to me off camera, but this is my first on-camera look at this game, and honestly, some of the designs are really, really cool. Look at this chick.
She is basically the main character. She is the soul of this world, basically. Because we live on the Nexus is a giant computer world, basically. And we could go to the moon if we wanted to.
I like moons.
Moons are cool. And she is one of the AI in it, and she's the creation AI.
All right.
She's really cool. She's basically God. So I'm gonna hop on my ramen cycle and... Oh, whoops, I always forget that I don't have that in this one. R is my auto run in WoW, and I always fuck up in every other MMO. But yeah, you can this is just a motorcycle that I then put a bunch of ramen accessories onto.
That's awesome, and now you look like a traveling ramen shop.
Yeah, just little quirky things like that are some of my favorite bits of this game. So, is it Whitehaven that has the really fucking cool giant robot pinned into the ground? Maybe we'll head down there.
The fuck?
Oh, yeah, it's awesome. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna just turn off chat because they've been yelling about World of Warcraft and why this is shutting down and why WoW isn't. Well, because WoW is profitable.
Because WoW has an active player base and is profitable.
They pissed off a lot of that active player base with BFA, though.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
There's actually a really fantastic breakdown. Oh, no, not even for my reasons of being angry about it. Just gameplay shit. There's a really fantastic breakdown on Bellulard's channel. Bellular. I always add a D in there for some weird reason. Bellular's channel has a really fantastic breakdown of the destruction of WoW's freedom, and I definitely recommend checking that out. Even if you don't play WoW, it's just a really good breakdown of how the reduction of player choice and freedom can ruin a game. But anyway, we're not talking about World of Warcraft. Well, I mean, we probably will be, actually. But we're in, this place is so nice looking.
It's pretty.
It's super gorgeous and pretty, and it's colorful, and it was out in a time where things were not colorful.
Yeah, okay, I'm not even gonna lie. This area right now kind of reminds me of Whoville.
I 100% would believe that they are going for that.
There's so many round and curly shapes, and I'm you know what? I really like that. I love the round softness, even if it's not always organic.
This is like Wintervale in WoW. Again, I'm probably going to be making a lot of comparisons because that's what I have the most time into, and honestly, this game takes a lot from WoW.
There's nothing
so
wrong with that.
no, there's nothing wrong with that. So I'm a settler. I'm a medic and a settler. So I can do things like light those torches, and that just is like a little thing that you can do. That's just a thing. Like, it doesn't actually like really do much of anything in the game, but it's just a nice little thing to do. I don't think this is the place. I think it's the desert area that you can go to that has the really cool giant thing trapped in it. And if so,
Okay,
then we'll go
I
back
love
to
these
Thade.
horned, like, deer beasts.
Look at these gigantic, scary leopard seal things.
Oh, hello. Oh no.
Yeah, they're terrifying.
Oh, no.
Actually. They're actually terrifying.
Yeah, that's not. I don't want to look at that anymore.
Yeah, this isn't it. This is not where I was thinking of.
Still
Although
cool,
here's some blasted fields where some tech from the alien precursor race landed and fucked everything up. So we're gonna go back to Thade. Actually, you know what? Let's go back to my house really quickly.
Oh, you can build a house?
There's player housing plots in this game, and they were infinite because, unlike in Final Fantasy XIV, you can it's just instanced off, and you have a plot of land that floats in the contrivance is the company that is like funding everything for both sides of this war just shoves plots of land in the sky, and you get one of those. So that's like somebody else's plot. That's somebody else's plot. Not really, because they wouldn't show it. But I mean, you can go download the game, play it till November 28th when it shuts down. But then you can like put down stuff on your plot of land. Like I have stuff that grows here if I plant it. There's stuff that comes up here that's used for certain stuff. And then I have a Northern Wastes portal. I don't even know what this does.
Huh.
I should have gone into my house to show that off. Really, it's a hatch in the ground. I got the bunker house. It's just a hatch in the ground that then opens up into. Okay. This is one of the starter areas. Okay. Where is? Yeah, I can't tell where though. I don't remember this map. Oh, it's Northern Wilds up here. Okay. So, I think this might be the area. Yes, it is because it's right there. Okay, so if we can make it somehow off of here onto the proper thing, I can show you. There's just this really cool spectacle that I want to go look at.
All right.
It's really cool looking. This isn't the zone that I started off in with this character, so everything's a little bit weird. Can I just go to... Yeah, let's go to Thade. Oh no, that's the wrong place. This is Thade. So if Thade and then go north from Thade. Yeah, okay. North from Thade instead of south. It's just this really cool spectacle thing that's a part of a quest, and I did the quest, and maybe I won't be able to show it on this character. Because if it changed the state of the world, I won't be able to show it.
Oh, I do love the
damn it.
plants, though.
Yeah, everything is like it. This is such a good-looking game. The art style. I want the art book for this game. I want the art book for this game so bad because like, look at that fucking robot, so cool.
Oh my god.
I want an art book for this game desperately, and I'm really hoping that we are able to get one. Okay, so this direction has the way to where I want to go.
And even the map is brightly colored. Like,
yeah, like
I don't know.
look
it's
at
just
this.
fun.
It's just it's really fun. It has a bunch of like personality and style to it. It makes me sad that this game. But the thing is, NCSoft did not give this game what it needed in terms of like any kind of like advertising, especially after it came out on Steam free to play, because it was you pay $60, then you pay $15 a month after it came out.
Wow. Okay, that's expensive.
It was the WoW model. The problem is Nobody can do the WoW model except for Final Fantasy, and Final Fantasy can only do it because it's Final fucking Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not gonna be able to start a new IP in an era where that was already gone. Like, ESO couldn't handle it, like, and Elder Scrolls would probably be the only other one that I could think could. But you're not gonna be able to start a new IP and have it be something that people attach to like that.
Exactly, because, like, you don't have the name recognition yet, so nobody's going to want to invest all of that at the very beginning without knowing that they want it, you know?
Yeah, and like, Final Fantasy didn't survive its first attempt. It did with 11, but Final Fantasy 14, the original, died within a year because it was a bad game. It was a very bad game.
There is that.
Yoshi P had to come in and save that fucking game. If he hadn't, but like, and that's Final Fantasy. That is the granddaddy of all fucking MMOs, or not MMOs, but RPGs and stuff. Like, in terms of video game RPGs, that's the one. And if you can't build a successful MMO off of that, oh yep, it's dead. Huh. Well, this is what it looks like after you finish the quest line. Okay, it's showing me all these tutorials.
Okay, what is that thing?
The giant robot or that thing?
Yeah, the weird walking thing.
This thing?
Yeah.
It's not walking, it's scooping dirt.
It looked like it was walking for a second there. I'm like, what is going on?
No, it's just moving dirt. But yeah, this thing is moving for a while, and it's trying to be, like, they're trying to let it out. Actually, I could switch to a different character who hasn't done that. Yeah, I know. Do you really think anyone cares about your... Really? Nobody's gonna pay for signature status when you're closing in a month and a half.
Right.
Y'all, you just patched. I know you did because I downloaded it before we started recording this. Why wouldn't you patch that out? But yeah, let's see if I can get there and we can see it, and then I'll jump into something else. Victoria might have done it, but so we should go through a character creation at some point and look at the any of that. That's a this is a house.
Oh, I like that house.
Oh, wait, I have a pet? I didn't realize I had a pet.
Kitty.
I haven't played on this character in a very long time. Oh yeah, we haven't even looked at combat. So I haven't done anything with the house, but this is the interior. You can decorate it all you want, as long as you have the stuff. You can do stuff with this, so let's look at the oh, wait, was it landscape stuff? Yeah. Okay, so I can do plots. So let's say we don't like this house. Let's go with a cozy... let's go with a Cassian house. Yeah.
Almost killed your pet there.
Okay, so this is gonna build. And now I have a new house.
Whoa.
But let's say, where's the... I can add a barbecue pit.
Nice.
Upgrade stuff. Where is the one that allows me to... Okay. Yeah. I know. Edit mode. Toggled. No. Okay, I have to go in the house before it'll let me? No? Why won't it let me? Now it's just not letting me do anything. So you know what?
I like the doors.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. The housing was never really a huge thing for me. I just never got into it.
See, I play Animal Crossing like a motherfucker, so the housing thing would immediately attract me.
Yeah, you'd think it would do the same for me, but it just didn't. Thought I was turning in a quest.
I hear you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow, what the... What?
Those are Omni tokens. They buy stuff in the store, like the shop, the cash shop.
Okay.
Okay, so we want to go back to Thade again and do the same thing that we did and go north and see. I'm hoping I didn't destroy it on this character. Because it's one of like the really cool set pieces that made me go, oh, this game's awesome, and play it a lot. Like I put 200 hours into this game. Let me see, 124 hours on Steam, and that was before it was on the Steam release. I played a shit ton, and I'm not authorized to mount in this area. Oh, I can't. Oh, I don't have the thing to mount. I don't have a mount. I don't have the license, so.
You need a mount license.
Yeah, well, you do in WoW too. That's MMOs.
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, you have to get you have to learn how to use a mount at level 20, and then at level 40 you can unlock the next level of riding, so your mount goes a little faster. Then level 60 you can unlock flying, and then you have to pay for flying in certain areas. Each new expansion needs a different type of flying. Yeah,
I see.
That's how MMOs work. They're money sinks. They're to take money out of the economy so that it's not just constantly flooded with currency.
Hey, whatever you need to do.
Yeah, that's just how it works. So, this character is a spell slinger, which we should go over the classes at some point. But spell slinger is magic pistols.
Nice.
And some missiles.
I cast magic missile at the darkness.
But yeah, it's very much a mage with guns. There is a just straight up mage, but it's a mage that summons weapons. So like a mage that summons swords out of the air to strike people and stuff instead of just cast fire. Okay. I'm casting Faraga. No, I'm casting Sword 3, and 3 swords come up behind you, and like Virgil starts stabbing you because summon swords is way cooler than that.
All right.
And there's your basic. I believe it's Stalker, which is a rogue, and I think Warrior, which is a warrior. Just kind of your basic stuff. Medic is. Every class is viable for damage. Medic is exceptionally viable for like AoE damage. And I believe most classes have they all have an alternate spec, so like Warrior would be between both a tank and a healer, or a tank and a DPS. Medic is DPS and healer, and so on and so forth. So like I believe there is a healing spec or a healing set of skills that you can do with that's Content Finder, not what I wanted. What is the thing to pull up the thing for the characters? I don't remember hotkeys because they are super different from World of Warcraft's. I don't like it. So wait, was I a settler? No, I'm an explorer. So we should check out explorer stuff and like there's a bunch of different subclasses in this. So like as an explorer, I would probably have a mission to climb up somewhere onto that mountain and set up a whole thing to make it so that it's like, oh, I need to go this way. Like set up a thing, and there's now a radar up there, and we have more stuff to look at and stuff like that. Like more things appear on the map for everyone and junk like that. Or as a settler, like my medic is. You get a thing where like you can build buildings for people to use. Like before we started recording. No, I did it on this one too, huh? All right. Well, I guess we're just not gonna ever see that. So okay. Normally, if you haven't done this quest chain, you come across this thing and you can see it, and it's like one leg is caught in here.
Oh.
And it's struggling to get out the whole time, and it's firing like lasers and shit at you, and like eventually you have to kill it.
Oh no.
Oh, it's like a big evil robot that wants to kill everybody. Like it's not a bad thing to kill it. but it's like the only thing stopping it is its foot is caught in the door.
That's kind of nuts.
Yeah, but it's like this gigantic big robot, and it's like trying to pull itself out, and it's firing lasers from its eyes at you and shit, and it's a really cool, fun quest chain, and ends with a nice big long cutscene and stuff, and makes me sad that I won't be able to show that, but I'm not going to go on to a third character. We're going to go look at character creation, then we'll go do an actual mission and show off some combat.
Yeah. I will say, they do a good job at making scale feel significant.
Yeah.
Like, they're... With the giant robot, for example, like, this character feels small in comparison to that.
And, like, you haven't seen me actually go up to it. Like, you aren't even up to the top of its foot when you're standing next to it. It's huge. There is a video... There is a video on the channel, I believe it's, I believe it is a unlisted video. Oh god, there's so many comments right now. Hey Chomps, if you actually watch this, I'm currently talking to you on Twitter about the fact that you're watching stuff.
Hi, Chomps.
Let's just go up to it, and I'm gonna kill these things while I do that.
Hey folks, it's super easy for us to remember your name if you're a Patreon subscriber.
Chomps isn't. It's
Wait,
super
what?
easy.
Oh,
it's super easy to remember. It's super easy for me to remember people's names when I've known them for years longer than I've had the channel.
Oh, that too. And also, if you have a name like Chomps, like, that's awesome. I'm just saying. Hey, Chomps, I love your name.
We blew up its head, and that's how we killed it.
Jeez.
But yeah, like, that's its chess piece, and I am insignificant in comparison. But yeah, so let's go, oh. Yeah, whatever. I have enough. Let's get back to Thade, I don't care. I'm gonna queue up for a dungeon type thing. And we can see a bunch of stuff. I'm trying to find that video for you to see, so that you can see in terms of, like, what that robot was. Maybe I can download that and cut that in like a picture-to-picture type thing. Wildstar? If I just search that on our channel in the back end. Yeah, I did a fuck is this on Wildstar back in July of 2016.
Wow.
And there is from October 2015, Wildstar Part 1. That is an hour and 6 minutes of... You know what? I'll publish that at the same time as I put this up. I will just put that up and put like in the description, hey, this isn't actually going to be real. But yeah, let me copy link address and send this to you so you can see what the fuck I'm talking about with this giant robot.
All right.
While you do that, I'm going to go hop on... I'm actually going to go talk to God, and she's going to queue me up for something.
Nice. Also, wow, that is one stuck giant robot.
Yeah, it's very angry about being stuck, isn't it?
You're here.
Primal Matrix.
To talk about.
Sure.
Achievement granted.
Yes.
How do I access the Primal Matrix? Click on the interface tab in the lower right and use interface, click on the Primal Matrix button. Okay. I'll give it a shot. So it's the lower right. I don't see... What? Sorry, I need to see what this said again. How do I access it? On the Interfaces tab. Oh, okay, what? Interface tab? What? I'm very confused. So we're just not gonna do that. So I'm going to open up this, and we're going to find a dungeon to do. Let's just do a dungeon.
All right.
Let's
go.
queue for a random dungeon as a DPS. Estimated wait time 1 hour. Fuck me. Okay. Maybe we can queue for an adventure.
Or something. Something that won't
Estimated wait
take an
time
hour.
1 hour. How about a random expedition?
Jeez.
All of them are estimated 1 hour because nobody plays this game anymore.
Great.
Yeah. So we could go to... Let's go crash on the moon.
I would love to go crash on the moon. Does she have a nice couch?
I mean, yeah. She's pretty cool. Wait, which
Nice.
is... This is the Far Side one. Here we go. Let's go to the moon. So Far Side was an area that I enjoyed
Times the terror on the far side
playing.
of Avon.
So higher jumps because you're on the moon.
Are there weird, surreal jokes here? Because I'd like that.
Kind of. You'll see. So we're in the... This is the base on the moon. Don't really care about that. I want to go out. So you have to have oxygen.
Oh,
Yeah, so, like, you can see we have a helmet on.
yeah.
Oh, wait, can I not get out here? Do I have to actually go to the base? Well, that's bad. Alright, well, we'll go through this then. I don't remember how any of this works, because it's been a long time. I just wanted to kind of show this game off a little bit and lament about its death, you know?
Yeah.
It makes me a bit sad. It deserved far better than it got, and it deserved far more support.
Looks like the Elden were
From-
up to some crazy
Shut up.
research on Farside.
Um,
Messing with primal elements at that level is a dream
I-
come true for some scientists, myself included.
I feel like NCSoft should have given it more. Should have given it more money and more of a placement, because I think it could have been a really great game. And I think it could have been. I think it is a great game. I think it could have been seen as one by people if they had actually cared enough to, like, do stuff with it. Also, I cannot remember how to get out onto the moon itself. Because right now we're in the terrarium part of the moon that all this green tech shit is all done by the Elden, who are like the precursor race who built this world and all of its AI and everything else. I'm trying to remember how the fuck to get onto the surface of the moon itself. Basically, I'm just waiting for this queue to pop, and I'm trying to think of cool things to do while I do. But yeah, I wish that they had done more for it. It, I believe, honestly deserves far better than it got.
I haven't even seen that much of it, and I think that's absolutely fair to say, because, like, it's beautiful. I mean, look at it. And there's clearly a lot of work put into it.
Yeah, and like, they kept supporting it. Like, the reason I started playing it again a little while back was they had started, they added a bunch of new content. And, like, they continued to support this thing until they just couldn't afford to anymore. Let's go to touchdown site Bravo. Hey, now we're out on the moon.
Hey! Nice
So-
Space Marines there.
Yeah. Said get on the ramen cycle. Yeah. I do have more things. You can actually
the ramen
look at
bike is so good.
mounts. I know. But I can add the ramen stuff to more things, is what I mean. Like, I have this, the Green Bandit Carver, which I think was like a... There's a couple things that are like, oh, you could only get these at this certain time.
Makes me think of a stag beetle.
Yeah, my grinder, which is my ramen bike, my hoverboard. Yes, there are hoverboards in this game. Junk board.
Of course there are.
So this is the other one, which is a reverse of the grinder, and it's the front wheel is the wheel instead.
Oh, okay.
And then I have my weird, gross raptor, and my war pig of the devoted.
Gross.
The war pig of the devoted is the one that you got if you paid for the game. Like if you were somebody who was paying for it like monthly, which is what I was doing way back when. I like this game. It's a good game, and I'm sad it's going.
Yeah.
I kind of want to listen to that episode I recorded, just to see what that's like. Because I don't even know which. I think that was the recurring These character that I made.
Oh, nice.
So that should be interesting. We could also go check out one of the more recent zones. I just kind of want to look. Like, that's the planet that you're normally on. That's Nexus.
It's beautiful.
And so we're on its moon right now. There's a whole, like, over here, there's a whole war thing that happens. It's a whole thing. But yeah, let's go check out the new zone. Like, well, the newer zone. It's not new anymore. It's like 2 years old. And then I want to go quickly through character creation and just talk about how the game has a style. I don't always agree with the way that style looks. Like, everybody has a wasp waist, no matter what. But I like...
Back to your bind point. Count 'em, you'll see.
Okay. I don't know who was walking there. So this was like a northern wastes area, and it's super fucking gorgeous. A lot of like Norse shit here.
Cool
shit like that. Like, it's a cool zone. It used to be full of people constantly doing stuff because there was bosses that would appear. You know what? Maybe if we find a group running around. There's public events down this way.
LFG.
Nah. I mean, that is a thing, but nah. We just run around and go. It would just be, like, you wouldn't even join the group itself. It would just be you would just follow along in the Zerg, running from boss to boss to boss, killing everything. Like, that's a boss. I'm gonna die, but we gonna fight him. Because he's cool. Look at him. He's all... looks kind of junky, but awesome at the same time. Also, oh, sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was just saying I like it.
Yeah, I'm super dying, like hilariously.
This is
the
great.
combat is more... Yep, I died. The combat
friends,
is...
I am gone.
More like a... I'm trying to think. No, I'm not gonna waste 7 gold on that. Just res me here.
And you'll wear out your death shroud.
Like, you have a dodge. So the combat is already, like, way more active than something like WoW. You also have a, like, you could see, like, on the ground where, like, the different attack patterns were going to be. So you want to move in between them and out of their range and stuff like that. Like, it's very interesting. And it's very reminiscent of Guild Wars 2, which has a similar combat thing. Also, NCSoft. ArenaNet developed, NCSoft published. But whereas I disliked Guild Wars 2's God, I hate that sentence already. Way of doing its expansions. I just did not like the fact that they basically said fuck off to anybody who bought the game originally and kept it afloat. And I didn't like their community management, because the whole reason I quit playing that game was one of the community managers during the time where everyone was like, yo, how come everyone who buys the expansion now gets a copy of the game for free? What about the people? Like, because it was... They reduced the price of the base game to 0, And then the expansion. Oh, whoops. The expansion was $40 or $50 or whatever. And so but it was still $50 if you already owned the game. So everyone who already owned the game, who had been playing it for a couple of years at that point, was like, so what about all of us? Like, do we get anything for, like, because we're basically buying a copy of Guild Wars 2 base, and we don't even get like a code to give to people for it or something.
Jeez.
Like, we get nothing out of that. And there was a community manager who basically came back in that thread with, well, we've given you this game without you having to pay for monthly fees and stuff, so blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, like, there's tons of microtransactions. I personally dropped a couple $100 into Guild Wars 2's microtransactions. I bought 4 copies of that game for people. Like, no, you didn't get it for free. You wouldn't exist if you did that for free. You did that because people paid you money to play your game. And, like, the just, like, shitty community management aspect and attitude of the developers, and then also now with them firing a female writer, like she was one of the lead scenario writers, because she snapped at a dude who was trying to tell her how to do her fucking job on Twitter. And then also fired a guy for, like, sticking up for her on Twitter.
Like, wow,
ArenaNet.
that's fun.
Yeah, fuck ArenaNet, fuck Guild Wars 2, I refuse to play that game.
Jeez.
Like, that was a whole fucking thing, a couple months ago, I think it was. Yeah, that was a whole other goddamn can of worms with them after all of their shitty community stuff a couple years ago.
Yikes.
But, like, I wish NCSoft would have poured its money into this instead of Guild Wars 2.
Huh.
I really do.
To be fair, Guild Wars did have the name recognition that this game did not.
But it didn't have the veteran character. I don't want to see the opening. So here are all the races in the game. There are 8 total. There's basically 2 human races. There's the humans and the Cassians, which Cassians are just humans. But everyone else has, like, kind of a different analog. So the Greenock are the big rock people, which, that's cool. Makari are... This is to scale, also.
Wow.
So the Makari are massive.
Nice.
My first character was a Makari medic. Oh, no. My first character was a Greenock engineer. My second character was a Makari medic, and that was on my first account. I had 2 accounts. But Makari are pretty cool.
I like this chick with the horns.
Let's look at their... So they can be engineers, medics, stalkers, or warriors. We'll go with an engineer. Yeah, I know. You can be a tank or a ranged DPS. I know how it works. So, scientist, yeah, sure. So, this is what I kind of want to get into a little bit. There's a lot of different stuff to these characters. Because they're so weird, you can kind of have it do whatever you feel like. So the artist got to go kind of wild with it.
That's so much fun. When you let your artists go wild, you can really have fun with it.
Like, look at this big bee face.
Yeah.
Or just this person's face stretched. or this. Like, that doesn't look like a typically feminine face.
No. It looks like a robot face. It's awesome.
I like, this was the...
I like that one.
I used this one, personally.
Yeah.
And then there's a bunch of, like... You got sliders. You got hella sliders.
I don't see anything changing right now. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you don't see, like, the chin got really wide.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, what is going on? Okay, yes.
Yeah, like, you got hella sliders here. And then you get accessories, so, like, different things around the facial area. I personally, this
now I'm
one,
wishing the McElroys had gotten their hands on this.
And there's not really much you can do in terms of, like, a Monster Factory-esque thing.
Yeah, I guess.
It's still very much within its own thing, but, like, they have a lot of crystal stuff.
All right, that's kind of cool.
So, like, the hair is crystal. They sometimes have, like, crystals coming out of their face. And crystal color, so you can change it to whatever body type. So they have some different body types. But it's all kind of basically wasp waist, big titties, big hips.
Yeah.
Like, this is as bulky as you get, basically, with the Makari.
I see.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, but then, like, something like the, let's look at, no, what? Fuck you. Oh, because I chose a class, it won't, whatever. So, look at the Granok, because they're my favorite race. Yeah, sure. Sure.
Thick thighs.
So, they start off thick.
Already like it.
Like, you can make them skinny.
But why would you? Why would you do that?
You gotta go with that thick. And then different face styles. So this is the one I usually go with. But there's some very, like... Oh, no, actually, this is the one I usually go with. Like, there's some unique looking stuff in this.
Yeah.
Hairstyles. So they have plant hair, which is fucking awesome.
Oh,
or
I love plant hair.
Their hair carved out of their own skulls.
Yo,
which is pretty fucking metal. I like that a lot.
Right, I was gonna say, that's fucking metal.
But
Ooh,
yeah,
I like the little mohawk there, too. That was cute.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like the character designs in this. I like the art style of it a lot. I wish this game... I wish it was continuing. I am sad. No, I will change off my fucking thing to what... I know they can be stalkers. So you can have, like, a little bunny person. Also,
Cute.
there's... Oh. There's also... Yeah. Bunny people.
Furries.
Oh, yeah, there's two different furry... Well, three, actually. They're the Draken. But yeah, you can change, like, different ear styles... Like, that's look at this dragonfly wing ears.
Oh my god, they're beautiful.
Like, you can do just, like, whatever, because the game is, like, this weird outer space Western opera bullshit. They could just kind of do whatever the fuck they felt like. Which is super interesting to me.
I love it when they're allowed to get creative like that. When they don't really, when random, like, arbitrary limits aren't necessarily imposed. Like, when the artists get to go a little wild, I love seeing that.
Yeah. Also, the chipmunk people, I can never remember what the fuck they're called. The Chua. They don't have gender.
Nice.
It does not change between the two.
Nice.
Because they're just fucking chipmunks. So it doesn't matter, like, I'm on female right now and I still get my fucking facial hair and everything else, because who the fuck cares? They're goddamn chipmunks. They're sadistic, evil chipmunks.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, they're super evil. But yeah, so you can just fuck around with them, like again, had its ears cut off so it built new ones. Like, stuff like that. You can have characters like that in this, which is so nice, and it makes me more and more upset with the just lack of character customization in World of Warcraft. And a lot of other MMOs, like... ESO does it, I think, for a large-scale MMO, other than Black Desert, I think ESO does it the best. But this is in my top for character creators, just because the art style holds up so well. This game is from, like, 2014.
It looks really good.
The style holds up so well, and it makes me really sad. But yeah, so... If you want to check out Wildstar, it's up until the 28th of November, and then it's going away forever, so I'm sure there will be someone who at some point puts up a private server, but it's sad it's leaving.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about the explorers. So you explore around Nexus. You chart different areas. You set down you can set up races. But you can go get to the top of things, set up different. It's gonna show it radar dishes and stuff like that. Scientists actually can pair up with explorers and settlers to do different things. Like a scientist can open a door in an area and explore, but an explorer is needed to go and actually plot that area out.
Okay. See,
so,
that's really cool.
Yeah, say you open this door, you go through there, and then the explorer is the one who can go through there and find the stuff. And a settler, you build up towns. You literally can build up an entire town with a settler. And it's temporary, but you build up shops and mailboxes and places to gain your rested XP and stuff like that. And there are literal actual towns around that you can contribute to that will eventually be built over time in the game. Soldiers are there for protection. They go and do small missions and take out specific boss enemies and stuff like that. It's a really cool little subclass system on top of the you have spellslingers, you have stalkers, you have warriors, you have medics, you have espers, and you have engineers, and they're all engineers are tanks in this because engineers just get a bunch of armor and a bunch of pets, and that's how engineers work.
That turret was real cute.
Yeah, the turrets. The style in this game is so good.
It's very cohesive.
It really is, and it makes me sad it's going away. But yeah, that's Wildstar. I'm probably gonna play this a bit before I might record something else for it. But this is the in memoriam of it. This is just wanting to take a look at a game that I really enjoyed and kind of show it off a little bit. I'm sad it's going away. I hope everyone at Carbine is able to find new things and land on their feet well. And same thing for everyone who isn't management at Telltale and everyone at Capcom Vancouver. For everyone who lost their jobs in the last month in the games industry, I hope you find something quickly because y'all make good games. And
please don't ever give that up.
This industry fucking gives you.
Amen to that. And hey, this is a shout out to games that didn't get the support and attention that they deserved, and to the developers who didn't get the support and attention that they deserved. We care about you.
Yeah. Although I can't say that really because I stopped playing this game. I feel bad.
You didn't know it was going to get shut down?
I mean, you could kind of tell it was going to. But yeah, these are space zombies.
Space zombies.
They're space zombies. Fuck. This is what my medic is, and they're fucking space zombies. They're undead. They're literally the space undead. I wish I could show it, but under their clothes. Can I take off the clothes?
Wow, buy your dinner first, at least.
Hush. But under her clothes, you can see the stuff, there's these areas her shoulders and joints and stuff are encased in plastic, and there's just bone and liquid there.
Yo.
Because they have this disease that's slowly rotting them, and they're trying to find a cure for it, which is why they join up with the rest of the exiles. It's a whole fucking thing. There's so much cool shit in this video game, and it makes me sad. But they're tech zombies. They're fucking tech zombies. But yeah, anyway, that's Wildstar. Have a nice night, everybody.
Sleep tight.